What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Muse. Yes, indeed, Muse fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from Amasaic, and this is actually one of Amasaic's 3 prioritized requests for the month of January for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Amasaic. Hope you enjoy the show, man. Amasaic wanted to see me react to this song by Muse called Muscle Museum.
Get to the chopper!
Okay. These names, man. Some of these names are just amazing. I love the names. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, I've never heard the song before. This does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, oh, so this is Muscle Museum. Okay, yeah, I have heard this before. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Muse Live Videos, and the video has 666,974 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Muse Muscle Museum live at London Astoria 2000. Okay, so this is from 2000. That's a while ago. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Der nächste Song ist Muscle Museum.
Something to confess to, but you don't have the time, so look the other way. You will wait until it's over to reveal what you'd never shown her. Too little, much too late. Yeah.
Oh, did we just kick it in there? I don't know. I'm curious. I kind of want to keep going now. No. Okay, let me say what I need to say first, and then we'll do. Okay, a very laid back feel on this song. Very laid back. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy, nothing too over the top. The guitar riff he's doing, the 16th note strumming. So he is. Okay, so he is painting. So he's okay. I was like, what is it about this that's striking me? Okay, so he's picking 16th notes. He's picking 16ths, but he's changing his notes in place, not the whole time. There are places where he's changing it on the beats, you know, one on every 4. You know, he's changing the beat on a quarter note pattern. But there's a couple of spots where he's doing it on the 3 instead of on the 4th. So you have that triplet feel within the note changing, within the note notation, but not in the picking. The picking is being maintained on a straight 16th. It's just the note changing is happening on the 3s in certain spots, but not everywhere. And I think that's what's catching my attention more than anything else. And it fits beautifully with what the bass player and the drummer are playing. So the bass player is going on a quarter note pattern. Do, 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 do. And the drummer's just playing a straight ahead 4 pattern. So it really is all up to the guitar player. I think his name is Matt. I think I've seen that in the comment a few times. So Matt is changing the notes on the 3rds, giving it that triple feel. It's off to the bass and drums. Bass and drums playing straight ahead 4/4, which I really dig. No, this has got a good laid back feel, but it's got enough happening instrumentationally to really kind of keep my attention and keep me engaged. So, now this is good. This is good. So far, so good. Let's keep going. I want to see, because I heard the one hit. I heard the first hit, and it sounded like they might be kicking into the more of an upbeat and aggressive feel. I don't know. We'll see. It's escape show. I am so glad they came back down again. Playing around with dynamics. Thank you. I'm glad they came up. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad they got the intensity going. I'm glad they got that up to speed. They got louder. They got more aggressive with the playing. I dug it. But I'm thrilled that they felt compelled to come back down again. That's great songwriting. Good job. You still want to spoil it to prove I've made a really big mistake. Until I'm trying to resist it, you've just gone and missed it. It's escape show. I got so wrapped up, I forgot to pause. And when I realized, I was like, oh, there's only 20 seconds left. It's too late now. Might as well just let it run. All right, so there's a really good chance this is going to get blocked because I let it run for about like 2 minutes without pausing. So that's not good. Well, the good news is if it gets blocked, MSA's already on Patreon, so you can watch it on Patreon, no problem. I'm just hoping it doesn't get blocked, but we'll see. No, look, overall, this was a really solid, great performance. I dug the song, and I dug the performance. Let me think about it. I'll see you in the review. We'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Muse with Muscle Museum. This was a request from Amasaic, and this was actually one of Amasaic's 3 prioritized requests for the month of January for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, there you go, Amasaic. Hope you enjoyed the show. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.7. Yep. 8.7. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. I actually had the score slightly higher. I actually had this song at about an 8.9. I'm going to explain how we came down to an 8.7. I promise. The song itself was great. I think the song was fantastic. It's simple, but not as simple as everybody thinks. I mean, there's a lot happening in this song, believe it or not. Mostly within the guitar. Bass and drums, actually, what they were doing was pretty easy. It was a simple 4/4 pattern, and there were, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, bum, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. And they were playing accordingly. It was not difficult. But what they were playing fit, and really more than anything, helped establish, no pun intended, the baseline of what was going on within the the foundation of what was going on within the song and where the song was going from a structure and from a chordal standpoint. They did a great job of laying down that work, and they did it exceptionally well and exceptionally clean with great feel, great dynamics, and a real consistent understanding of where the song is supposed to go. So great job for them. The guitar playing on this is what kind of blew my mind a little bit. Playing those 60s, those like that, that's cool. It was solid and it was clean. There was no dirtiness. There was no bleed over it. Everything sounded really good. What was interesting is he would do, most of his chord changes were in 4, but there were a couple that were on that 3 feel because he would do it every 3rd, 16th note. He would change the note, which kind of gave it that triplet feel, which was really cool. And I did not see that coming. But I'm glad he did it. It really helped break up the song, the monotony of the song a little bit. Look, every song is monotonous, okay? Every song is monotonous. Well, okay, not every song. There are a lot of songs that constantly change and evolve, and those songs are great and all, but for a simpler song like this, it's going to get monotonous no matter what you do. It's going to happen. So when you do stuff like that, just simple things like how you subdivide, it can make a big difference. It really can, as long as it's done strategically. And this was done very strategically. It wasn't done every single time. It wasn't done in every 4-bar phrase throughout the entire song. But it happened, in the verse. That's the only place, was in the verses, which was really strategic and really smart. Vocally, I'm not usually, vocally, I'm very hit and miss with Muse's vocals. Sometimes the vocals I really like, and then sometimes the vocals I can't stand. And when I'm not a big fan of his vocals, it's usually because of his falsetto. It goes up really high, to the point of being screechy. And to me, unpleasant. I'm not a fan of whenever that happens. I know there are a lot of diehard Muse fans who love it when he does that. Hey, listen, that's all well and good. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you enjoy that. Me personally, I don't like screechy, super high falsetto vocals that are, you know, raspy and sounds like a rasp file going across the head of a nail. You know, it's overdone. But in this case, he didn't do that. He did go up falsetto, especially toward the end, but his falsetto was clean. It was no screech, there was no rasp, it was just pure clean. Even when it got up as high as he did, it still sounded clean. I can appreciate that, and I did enjoy it. It sounded good, and it fit the context of the song and where the song was going. It was going to the end, so you want to end straight out of History of the World Part 1. You want to end on a high note.
Let's end this meeting on a high note.
So there you go. Okay, so I did say that I was going to give this an 8.9, right? I would give the song an 8.9 all day long. This was one of those rare instances that and I've said this before, a good live performance can help a score. On the flip, if the live performance isn't that great, it can hurt the score. This is one of those rare instances. The live performance of this was nothing spectacular. I mean, they literally, for the most part, pretty much just stood there and played the song. There wasn't a whole lot of movement. They weren't the bass player. Here's the thing. I know the lead vocalist has to be kind of a slave to his mic. I get it. But what was the bass player doing? He could have been moving around. He could have been interacting with the crowd a little bit. You know, there were things he could have been doing, but he just pretty much stayed back there with the drummer. I mean, I do feel like that was a bit of a missed opportunity, you know, especially since the song got the response from the crowd that it got. The crowd popped. The crowd absolutely popped for the song. When he announced the song at the beginning, he started playing, the crowd came alive. So they clearly know the song, and they like the song. So wouldn't this be a great opportunity to take advantage of that? And especially with the bass player who really isn't doing much of anything physically. He's not singing, so he's not a slave to anything. He could have moved around a little bit. He could have gone to the front of the crowd. He could have engaged with the front of the crowd. Not as if to reach down and give them high fives or anything like that. He can still play what he needs to play, but he can still engage the crowd with, you know, getting down, facial expression, looking at them, nodding at them, you know, smiling at them. Heaven forbid, you know what I mean? No, I do feel like the live performance wasn't what it could have been. So, I mean, it was all right. It was good. It wasn't like, you know, it didn't destroy the song or anything. The sound sounded fantastic. In my opinion, I feel like the live performance did slightly hurt the song a little bit. Just slightly. You know, and like I said, we're only talking about going from an 8.9 to an 8.7. That's not a huge drop. It's not like it went from an 8.9 to, like, you know, a 7.3 or something like that. No, it just went down 0.2. It's not that big of a deal. It's still a great score, you know? It's still getting the great score of 8.7, so. And for those of you that are not sure, maybe you're new to the channel, maybe you're not sure what an 8.7 means. Maybe you don't believe me. Maybe you think an 8.7 isn't really great, is it? That sounds like a bad score. No, it's not. It's a great score, and I can prove it. Take a look down below in the video description. You will very clearly see down there my scoring system chart, and you will see 8.0 to 8.9 is the grading scale for great. Just remember, 8 is great, and anything gets an 8 point anything is great. This is getting an 8.7. It's up there. It's not middle of the road great. It's above average great. So there you go. 8.7, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show, and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.